Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, misty forest. The path ahead is clear, inviting, but your feet feel heavy, tethered to the ground by invisible chains. You want to move forward, toward purpose, toward freedom, but something holds you back. It's not the forest. It's you. It's the debris of your past, the roles you've played, the masks you've worn, the mistakes you've buried but never truly faced. You can't step into the life you're meant for until you clean it up. The past isn't just behind you, it's inside you, shaping every choice, every thought, every moment. What does it mean to clean your past? It's not about erasing it or pretending it didn't happen. It's about confronting the shadows you've ignored, the regrets, the grudges, the identities you've clung to like life rafts. You've spent years building a persona, a version of yourself that fits neatly into the world's expectations. Maybe you're the reliable one, the funny one, or the successful one. But deep down, you feel the strain of keeping it up. That role, that mask, it's not you. It's a costume, and it's getting tight. It's suffocating the real you, the one who's bigger than any label, any story, any failure. The truth is, we all carry baggage. Mistakes we've made, words we wish we could take back, choices that still sting when we think of them at 2 a.m. These aren't just memories, they're weights. They drag on your energy, cloud your vision, and keep you stuck in a version of yourself that no longer fits. To move forward, you have to let go. Not by forgetting, but by facing it head-on. Self-mastery starts with self-observation. You have to look at the roles you've played, the stories you've told yourself, and ask, are these still serving me? Or are they holding me hostage? Think about it. Every day, you wake up and slip into the same patterns. You react the same way to stress, to conflict, to love. Why? Because your past has programmed you. It's like a script you didn't write but keep performing. The coworker who annoys you, the fight you keep having with your partner, the fear that stops you from taking risks, it's all rooted in the past. Until you clean it, you're just replaying the same scenes, expecting a different ending. But life doesn't work that way. You can't rewrite the future without editing the past. This isn't about guilt or shame. It's about clarity. It's about standing in front of a mirror and seeing yourself, not the polished version you show the world, but the raw, messy, beautiful truth. Who are you beneath the roles? Beneath the mistakes? Beneath the stories you've told yourself about who you are and what you're capable of? That's where the real work begins. Because when you start to clean your past, you're not just clearing out old junk, you're making space for something new. Something authentic. Something that feels like freedom. But here's the catch, cleaning your past isn't a one-time event. It's a practice. It's waking up every day and choosing to let go of what no longer serves you. It's noticing when you're slipping back into old habits, old resentments, old fears, and stopping yourself. It's asking, why am I holding on to this? What's it costing me? The cost is always the same, your ability to move forward. Your ability to live as the person you're meant to be. So, what's weighing you down? What's keeping you from stepping into that forest? And what would happen if you finally set it free? Picture yourself in a crowded room, everyone's eyes on you. You're smiling, nodding, saying the right things, but inside, you're screaming. The person they see isn't you. It's a version you've crafted, a mask you've worn so long it feels like skin. You've spent years perfecting it, haven't you? The good employee, the perfect parent, the always positive friend. But every time you put on that mask, you lose a piece of yourself. It's exhausting, keeping up the act. And deep down, you know it's not sustainable. That mask is cracking, and the real you is begging to break through. Why do we do this? Why do we cling to these identities that feel like cages? It's because the past taught us to. Maybe you learned early on that being the strong one kept you safe. Maybe you decided being the funny one made people like you. Or maybe you've been carrying the weight of a mistake, a failure, a betrayal, that's convinced you you're not enough as you are. So you built a persona to protect yourself, to fit in, to survive. But survival isn't the same as living. And those masks? They're not protecting you anymore, they're holding you back. Cleaning your past means peeling off those masks, one by one. It's terrifying, because without them, who are you? You've invested so much energy in being the person you think the world wants. But here's the truth, the world doesn't need another actor. It needs you, flawed, real, and unapologetically human. The moment you start to let go of those roles, something shifts. The way you see yourself changes. The way you move through the world changes. You stop performing and start being. This isn't just about your mind, it's about your body, too. Your body carries the past just as much as your thoughts do. Think about it, the tension in your shoulders, the knot in your stomach, the way you hold your breath when you're stressed. That's your past, living in your muscles, your bones, your breath. You've been so busy keeping up appearances that you've forgotten how to listen to your body. It's trying to tell you something. It's saying, I'm tired. I'm out of alignment. I need you to pay attention. Start small. Notice your breath. Right now, as you read this, take a deep inhale. Feel it move through you. Exhale slowly. Do it again. This simple act, breathing with intention, can be a bridge back to your body. It's a way to reconnect with the signals you've ignored. Are you tense? Are you tired? Is your body begging for rest, for movement, for care? These aren't just physical questions, they're spiritual ones. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, and a healthy mind can face the past with courage. When you start to align your breath, your body, and your mind, something powerful happens. You stop living on autopilot. You stop letting the past dictate your present. You start to move through life with intention, with presence. Imagine walking down the street and actually feeling your feet on the ground. Imagine eating a meal and tasting every bite. Imagine having a conversation and truly listening, without your mind wandering to yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's worries. That's what it means to clean your past, not to erase it, but to stop letting it control you. But it's not easy. The past is sticky. It clings to you, whispering that you're not ready, that you're not enough, that you'll fail if you let go of the old stories. That's why this is a practice. It's catching yourself when you slip back into the mask. It's choosing, again and again, to show up as yourself. It's asking, is this who I am, or is this who I've been told to be? The answers might surprise you. They might scare you. But they'll also set you free. You're sitting at your desk, scrolling through your phone, but your mind's somewhere else. Maybe it's replaying a conversation that went wrong last week. Maybe it's stressing about a deadline you're not sure you'll hit. Your body's here, but you're not. You're a ghost in your own life, drifting between the past and the future, never fully landing in the now. This is what the weight of an uncleaned past does. It pulls your energy away from the present, leaving you fragmented, disconnected, hollow. To move forward, you need to learn how to be here, fully, in this moment. Your energy follows your attention. Where your mind goes, your life force goes. If you're constantly dwelling on what was or worrying about what might be, you're leaking energy like a cracked bucket. You feel drained, not because life is too hard, but because you're not fully in it. Cleaning your past isn't just about letting go of old stories, it's about reclaiming your energy so you can live with intention. It's about learning to anchor yourself in the present, where real change happens. Start with your breath. It's the simplest tool you have, and it's always with you. Your breath is a tether to the now. When you focus on it, really focus, you pull your mind back from the chaos of yesterday and tomorrow. Try it. Inhale deeply, feel your chest expand, your belly rise. Exhale, let the tension slip away. Do it again. Notice how your body feels. Notice where your mind wants to wander. This isn't just breathing, it's a rebellion against the past's grip on you. It's a way to say, I'm here. I'm alive. I'm choosing this moment. This practice of presence spills over into everything. When you eat, taste the food. When you walk, feel the ground beneath you. When you talk, listen, really listen. It sounds simple, but it's radical. Most of us live half-present, our minds tangled in regrets or anxieties. We're physically in one place, but our energy is scattered across time. That's why life feels heavy. That's why you're tired even when you haven't done much. You're carrying the past in every step, every thought, every breath. Now, think about your body again. It's not just a vessel, it's a map of your past. The way you hold yourself, the way you move, the way you tense up under stress, it's all a record of what you've been through. Maybe your shoulders hunch because you've carried too much responsibility. Maybe your jaw clenches because you've swallowed too many words. Your body is trying to tell you what your mind has ignored. Cleaning your past means listening to those signals. It means moving your body, stretching, walking, dancing, not just to stay fit, but to release the stories it's holding on to. In martial arts, they talk about uniting breath, body, and mind. When you move with intention, when your breath and your actions align, you're not just exercising, you're integrating. You're becoming whole. Imagine throwing a punch, not just with your arm, but with your entire being, your focus, your breath, your energy all in sync. That's what it feels like to live in harmony. Not scattered, not weighed down by old roles or regrets, but fully present, fully alive. This is where the real shift happens. When you start living in the present, the past loses its power. You're not ignoring it, you're just not letting it run the show. You start to notice the small things, the way the light hits your coffee mug, the sound of your kid's laugh, the rhythm of your own breath. These moments, when you're fully in them, are where you find clarity. They're where you find yourself. And the more you practice this, the lighter you feel. The past is still there, but it's not chaining you anymore. You're free to move forward, one intentional breath at a time. You're walking through life, juggling a million things, work, relationships, dreams, regrets. You think you're in control, that if you just plan harder, push harder, you can make everything fall into place. But then something happens, a missed deadline, a fight, a failure, and it all unravels. You're left wondering why, despite your best efforts, you feel stuck. The truth is, the past has you in a chokehold. It's not just the big moments you're carrying, it's the illusion that you can control how life unfolds. Cleaning your past means letting go of that illusion and learning to flow with what is. Think about the last time you got angry. Maybe someone cut you off in traffic, or a coworker threw you under the bus. Your heart raced, your fists clenched, and you felt that surge of heat. Why? Because something didn't go the way you thought it should. Deep down, you're clinging to a script, a story about how life is supposed to be. That script was written by your past, the times you felt betrayed, overlooked, or powerless. Every time you react, you're not just responding to the moment, you're reliving those old wounds. You're trying to control what you can't. Letting go of control doesn't mean giving up. It means recognizing what you can actually influence and what you can't. You can't change what happened 5 years ago. You can't make someone else act the way you want. You can't force life to bend to your will. But you can control where you put your attention. You can choose to stop replaying that argument in your head. You can decide to stop punishing yourself for a mistake you made a decade ago. Cleaning your past is about releasing the need to rewrite what's already written and focusing on what you can create now. This is where self-observation becomes your superpower. Catch yourself in the act. Notice when your mind starts spinning stories, about how you're not good enough, or how someone wronged you, or how life isn't fair. Those stories aren't truth, they're habits. They're patterns you've carried from the past, and they're stealing your energy. The moment you notice them, you have a choice: keep feeding them or let them go. Ask yourself, does dwelling on this change anything? Does it move me forward? The answer is almost always no. Your body can help you break this cycle. When you feel that familiar tension, tight chest, racing pulse, pause. Breathe. Move. Stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, take a walk. Physical movement shakes loose the emotional grip of the past. It's like hitting reset. You don't need a gym or a yoga class, just a moment to reconnect with your body. Feel your feet on the ground. Let your breath steady you. This isn't just about calming down, it's about reclaiming your power. You're not a victim of your past or your circumstances. You're a person who can choose how to respond. Life will always throw challenges at you. People will disappoint you. Plans will fail. That's not the problem. The problem is when you let those moments define you, when you carry them forward like badges of suffering. Cleaning your past means seeing those moments for what they are, temporary, not eternal. They don't get to decide who you are unless you let them. Imagine walking through life without that baggage, no need to control every outcome, no need to prove yourself. Just you, present, open, ready for whatever comes next. This shift changes everything. You start to see conflicts not as attacks, but as tests. Tests of your ability to stay grounded, to stay true to yourself. You start to see failures not as proof of your inadequacy, but as lessons that make you stronger. The past isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. But you have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to let go of the illusion that you can control it all. Only then can you step into the life that's waiting for you. You're standing at a crossroads. One path leads to the life you've always known, safe, familiar, heavy with the weight of old habits and expectations. The other path is uncharted, lighter, but it demands something from you: sacrifice. Not the kind where you give up everything you love, but the kind where you let go of what's no longer you. The old stories, the grudges, the need to be right, the fear of failing, these are the things you must leave behind to move forward. Cleaning your past isn't just about reflection, it's about having the courage to release what's holding you back, even when it feels like losing a part of yourself. Sacrifice sounds heavy, doesn't it? But think about it like pruning a tree. You cut away the dead branches not to harm the tree, but to help it grow stronger, to let it breathe. Your past is full of dead branches, identities you've outgrown, regrets you've nursed too long, fears that no longer serve you. Holding on to them feels safe because they're familiar, but they're choking your growth. To step into the life you want, you have to be willing to let them go. You have to ask, what am I clinging to, and what's it costing me? This takes courage because the past is comfortable, even when it hurts. Maybe you've defined yourself by a mistake you made years ago, and letting it go feels like losing your identity. Maybe you're holding on to anger towards someone who wronged you, because forgiving them feels like letting them win. But here's the truth: holding on doesn't change the past. It doesn't undo the hurt. It just keeps you stuck, replaying the same pain, the same story, while the world moves on without you. Sacrifice means choosing to release that pain, not for them, but for you. This isn't just about your mind, it's about your whole being. Your body knows when you're holding on. That tightness in your chest when you think about that one moment you can't forgive yourself for? That's your past, living in you. Start by moving. Shake it out. Dance, run, stretch, do something to remind your body it's not trapped. Then, bring your mind into it. When you catch yourself dwelling on that old wound, pause. Breathe. Ask, what would happen if I let this go? Not all at once, but just for this moment. Just for this breath. That's where the courage starts, small, quiet, but powerful. The world will test you. Life doesn't stop throwing curveballs just because you're trying to grow. People will criticize you. Plans will fall apart. You'll feel the urge to slip back into old patterns, to get angry, to shut down, to prove yourself. But every test is a chance to practice. To say, I'm not that person anymore. To choose presence over reaction. To choose freedom over the comfort of the past. The more you practice, the easier it gets. You start to see that the things you're sacrificing, resentment, fear, control, were never yours to keep. This is bigger than you. What you carry, you pass on. The grudges, the limiting beliefs, the unresolved pain, they don't just weigh you down, they become the inheritance of the next generation. Your kids, your friends, the people who look up to you, they're watching. They're learning from how you move through life. If you don't clean your past, you're handing them the same burdens your parents handed you. But if you do the work, if you sacrifice the old stories for something truer, you're giving them a gift. You're giving them a lighter path, a better version of you. So, what are you ready to let go of? What dead branches are you still carrying? It's not easy to cut them away. It takes courage to face the emptiness they leave behind. But that emptiness isn't loss, it's space. Space for growth, for possibility, for the you that's been waiting to emerge. The question is, are you brave enough to make room for it? You're not here by accident. Every step, every stumble, every moment of your past has brought you to this point. But here's the question that burns: why? What's the purpose of carrying all this weight, of wrestling with your shadows, of fighting to clean your past? It's not just about you. It's about something bigger. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, not for your own sake, but for those who come after you. Your life is a thread in a tapestry that stretches across generations. What you resolve, what you heal, what you let go of, it shapes the future. Cleaning your past isn't a selfish act. It's a legacy. Think about the struggles you've inherited, the unspoken fears, the patterns of anger or avoidance that run through your family. Maybe your parents couldn't break free from their own wounds. Maybe they passed on their insecurities, their unresolved pain, without even realizing it. Now it's yours to carry, but it's also yours to transform. Every time you face your past, every time you choose to let go of an old grudge or rewrite a limiting story, you're not just freeing yourself. You're lightening the load for the next generation. This is where purpose comes in. Life isn't about coasting through, avoiding pain, or chasing comfort. It's about growth, even when it hurts. It's about showing up to the challenges, the conflicts, the criticisms, the moments that make you want to run, and choosing to stand tall. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Because every time you do, you're proving to yourself, and to the world, that you're bigger than your past. You're proving that you can bend without breaking, that you can face the unfairness of life and still choose to move forward. Your body is part of this purpose. It's not just a tool, it's a partner. When you move with intention, when you breathe with awareness, you're not just keeping yourself healthy. You're aligning with your deeper self. You're saying, I'm here. I'm whole. Try it now. Stand up, roll your shoulders back, take a deep breath. Feel the strength in your spine, the steadiness in your feet. This is you, claiming your place in the present. This is you, refusing to let the past define your future. Every movement, every breath, is a step toward integration, mind, body, spirit, all working as one. But purpose isn't just about the big moments. It's in the small ones, too. It's in the way you listen to a friend, the way you handle a stressful day, the way you choose to respond instead of react. These moments add up. They build a life that's not just about surviving, but about thriving. About leaving something better behind. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to show up, day after day, and do the work. Clean the past, not by erasing it, but by learning from it. By choosing to grow through it. The world will keep testing you. It will throw obstacles in your path, people who challenge you, moments that feel unfair. That's not a sign you're doing it wrong, it's a sign you're alive. The question is, how will you respond? Will you fall back into old patterns, letting the past pull you under? Or will you stand in the present, grounded in your purpose, ready to create something new? The choice is yours, every single day. And every time you choose to let go, to move forward, to live with intention, you're not just building a better life, you're building a better world. So, step into it. Clean your past, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. Because you're worth it. Because the people who come after you, your kids, your community, the generations yet to be, are counting on you to leave them a lighter path. This is your purpose. This is your legacy. What will you do with it?